Hey hey!
Hi guys!
Welcome to a new video of Twoucan Creations, where we
believe
that
that
the
the
two of us can! In one go!
Nice. Woo! Yeah! Today we are going to be drawing our personas in the Pokemon style. And not just any Pokemon style. We're going to try to draw in the OG Pokemon artist style, Ken Sugimori. He is very famous for his style with the anatomies. It's kind of chunky, it's blocky, the faces, the watercolor. We're going to try to emulate all aspects of his style. And yeah, draw our personas as Pokemon trainers.
On another note, we changed locations. Got the table and pushed it somewhere else. We actually lifted up the stairs and now we're in the bedroom because... Well, now...
We got another bird, basically.
Yeah, we got another bird, so it's quite noisy downstairs and we didn't want to risk too much noise during the video.
Yeah,
so,
our new cockatiel Charlie, he is very talkative. He's not very good yet, unfortunately. So lots of singing and chirping, and we thought that would not be the best for our video. So yeah, we moved upstairs. And we're next to each other now.
Yeah, right.
It's not opposite.
Yeah, we're trying something. We're probably gonna bump shoulders any moment. We're trying something new. Let's hope this works nicer, especially for me in the editing. So let's just move on with our
get into it.
Thing of today.
So today, first of all, we are going to take a look at our sketchbooks, because both Federi and I, we prepared beforehand to make sure we came up with a cool design for our personas. So, you know, we wouldn't have to struggle with that on camera. After that, we're going to sketch our characters. We're also going to do inking, and we're going to do watercolor in today's video. So yeah, that's what you can expect today. So, shall we start with looking at what you made for your character, your design?
Let's go! No, I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, wait, copyright.
Copyright? Does it have copyright?
I don't
know. Anyway! So I first focused on the basic style things of his style, or the Pokemon OG style, which is kind of blocky. And I actually loved drawing the legs, so I'm looking forward to drawing the legs in the actual piece. I also drew a Cyndaquil for memory because he will be my starter Pokemon. So yeah, just tried some things with the wings because I do want to include them, and trying to figure out the style. And thank you. I decided on doing the feathers, the wings, as a ponytail elastic thing,
hairband?
Like a hairband, whatever it is called, and some poses, and I think I'm going with this design. Maybe make it a bit different in the final one, but yeah, that's my idea basically.
I like how you translated the tassels on
now
Federi's...
Pokeballs!
Yeah, now they're Pokeballs!
But not usable, but like I noticed that a lot of...
Decoration.
Sometimes the trainers have Pokeball-esque decoration. So I was just like, yeah, I got the balls here.
Wow. Also, I love how you draw Cyndaquil.
Thank you. I did these with reference, so now he has a neck.
No neck. This is more like the OG Pokemon, the OG Pikachu, you know, no neck.
No neck, just... So that's my idea, basically.
Yeah, and which one of these poses do you think you're gonna sketch?
I think I'm going with this one because it's just like, yeah, let me just hold it up.
Alright, so for Tamachan, I started out with some ideas for what I wanted to try. One thing I knew for sure is I wanted a head. It's just a Pokemon stable, you need to have a head. I started with some ideas. I also had the thought, like, maybe I'll make her a lass, but then I was like, no, because it would just kind of look like General Tamachan, and I want a Pokemon trainer Tamachan. So I tried some different things. I also practiced a little with the style, and then eventually, because I couldn't decide between a skirt and pants, and then I was like,
why not both?
Why not both? So I went for those, you know, skirts that are like partly open with pants underneath, and I really liked that idea. I also was thinking about which character, which partner Pokemon I wanted, and I want to go with Espeon. So I tried to add some Espion elements into the design. Was considering maybe a ribbon or like Espion stone. Not too sure about that yet, but we'll see what we go with. And then I also sketched some Espions. A baby, look at this!
A baby.
So cute! I love Espion. And I also did some poses. I wanted a really grounded pose because if you look, hang on. If you look at like the art of Ken Sugimori, many of the poses, this is like one of the few exceptions, but many of them are very grounded in their poses. Like they are standing, you know, they're firm on the ground. So I was like, okay, let's look for a grounded pose, but in the end, I really love this pose. It's more flowy, but that's what fits my art. And I think it also fits Espion and the character, so I think I'll be going with this one. Maybe some slight iterations, but yeah, this one's cute, so...
It is, so...
Thanks! So yeah, I think I'll be going with this one. That's it, that's the story.
That's it. We're gonna start on normal printing paper, and then we will transfer it onto watercolor paper, so that, well, this will not be able to handle water, and if we erase too much on watercolor paper, then it will ruin the paper, so then the coloring and everything will...
suck.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
we're gonna go
these.
for the safe one, safe route.
Honestly, I do find this style very fun to draw. I was born in the 90s, and that's about the time when Pokemon started being on TV, and I also grew up watching Pokemon. And I was always really drawn to this style, but likewise, I was also drawn to shows like Witch, Wings, Avatar, anything that had an anime-esque style. I really loved. I was also obsessed with Harvest Moon video game. Because of the box art. I'm gonna have to move my body.
Move your body!
Move my body! Because of the box art. And then later I got my first how to draw manga book, and that's how we got here. But like, I've always been drawn to this type of style, and the Pokemon games were also definitely something I really enjoyed, like style-wise and such.
Oh well.
Is your paper okay?
I'm gonna trace it after this anyway,
okay.
so it doesn't matter that much.
Alright. Did you watch Pokemon when you were growing up?
Yeah, but it was more during the Johto era. But I don't really think it was like, oh, every time I turn on the TV, it will be a new episode. I think it was mostly reruns.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I think I mostly grew up with the Johto, plus some, I had, well, I didn't, but my brother had the, VHS tape of the first 2-3 episodes. Ooh. So I often rewatch that, and yeah, that's the most Pokemon I actually kind of got.
I still remember the first Pokemon episode where like Ash, I think he overslept or something, so he was late to getting his starter Pokemon, and then all the Pokemon were gone except for Pikachu. Like, he was like, but I really want a Pokemon, and Professor Oak
sounded so much like him.
Professor Oak was like, well, they're all gone, so, well, except for that little one over there. And Ash like, that's fine, give it to me. I mean, that's fine, give it to me. And then Pikachu's like, no. Something like that. But at the end of
can't control me!
Yeah, I'm a bit. But at the end of the episode, they become friends. I think it's like Ash protecting Pikachu from like a sparrow attack or something. How do I remember this? It's been years. And I mean, I might be completely wrong. I might be misremembering, but I think that was how it went. I've been playing Pokemon since I was like 7. Like, I got a Game Boy Advance with Pokemon yellow version. I was just mashing buttons and I didn't know what I was doing, except that I was like, this is fun, I like Pokemon. And then when I was growing older and I was playing Pokemon Ruby, all of a sudden, it was like gaining consciousness, except like gaining language. Like, I had been stuck in the same place for a long time, and suddenly I understood the word bicycle, and I was like, wait a second. I need a bicycle! And then I went to the bicycle shop and I got a bicycle, and then I could continue the story. I had been stuck there for a really long time because I didn't know I had to get myself a bicycle. What's your first Pokemon game, in case you remember?
I don't really remember because I've played Pokemon as in like basically my brother's games, but I wasn't allowed to touch them. So I don't know my own personal first Pokemon game. I think my first own personal game was Pokemon Diamond, I believe. I'm not sure, but I think that was the one that was mine. And I remember playing also Pokemon Pikachu, Pokemon Yellow, and I remember that my English also wasn't good because I was like, I don't know, 5 or something. I haven't had English yet. And there was this character in, I believe, Viridian City? The one that has
The Bug City?
No, the one that has no gym leader present. So you have to skip that one and go to the next town, which is Pewter City. In front of the gym, or not right next to it, was this old man, and he would be complaining about wanting coffee or something. And well, all I read was, oh, he wants coffee. If I get him coffee, then I can get the gym leader. So I spent a long time trying to find coffee in the Pokemarts. And
wait, I don't think coffee even exists.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I know now.
I love how like the moment you gain language while playing Pokemon, suddenly things make more sense.
And you're just like, I was so stupid.
No. The stylization of Pokemon, it's really cute because people can, like, sometimes people talk shit about styles that are more simple and like, oh, but it's so simple, how hard can it be? But it can honestly be harder to draw in a simple style because you need to get it right. Because if you don't get it right,
it needs to translate right?
Yeah, if you don't properly stylize something, then it's just going to look weird, it's going to look off, it's not gonna be cute or stylistic or whichever, so it can be pretty difficult actually. Not saying that drawing realistic is easy, because it's not, but drawing in a stylized way definitely also is not easy. That's what
drawing isn't easy at all.
Yeah, drawing is not easy. There.
That's it. That's the video.
That's the video.
What are your 6 Pokemon that will be in your team?
That's a difficult question. Like, honestly, depending on the day you ask, it can change all the time. But let's see, definitely Espeon, but also another favorite Pokemon of mine, Dratini, and its evolution, Dragonite?
No, that's the yellow one.
Yes,
you don't like the yellow one.
I don't like the yellow one, I'm sorry. I like the long blue noodles, I think they're great. Yeah, those. Blaziken is also actually one of my favorites, which is, you know, because of the Hoenn region, I always choose Torchic. If Torchic is an option, I'm choosing Torchic and thus Blaziken. Absol is also absolutely, one of my favorite Pokemon. Anyway, what else? Flygon. I really like Flygon. Oh god, I forgot every single Pokemon I love right now. It's difficult. I just like.
There are so many Pokemon, especially nowadays. So I don't blame you.
I really like many of the evolutions as well. I just really like evolutions, and I know that's basic of me, but I just think they're neat. Okay.
You're not gonna ask about my team?
Oh, sorry. I was so distracted by thinking really hard about my favorite Pokemon that I forgot to ask you. Alright, Federer, what would your team of 6 Pokemon be?
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I'm just like
that. You're so inclusive.
Yeah, So anyway,
I
so thoughtful.
It's a really difficult question because suddenly you would forget all the Pokemon that ever existed.
I know.
So yeah, I do know that, of course, Cyndaquil. Yeah, definitely that will be my starter. And Corviknight, because ever since its release, I was like, I need that one. So then when I played Sword and Shield, I finally got one. I immediately named it Baby, and ever since that game, every time I'm able to get a Corviknight, I will be calling it Baby. And so that one's definitely my team. I would also say Anthros for some reason, I don't know why, I just think it's neat. I always...
Lapras. I want Lapras in my team. Sorry, anyway, continue.
Taking my shine.
Sorry, I just... the word reminded me of it.
Anyway, I always have the first bird Pokemon in every game, but I think Pidgey is always like, oh, I want that one just to evolve it all the way to a Pidgeotto.
Pidgeotto's cool.
Pikachu always makes it in my team for some reason.
Pikachu?
Yeah.
Cute.
And also, what's his name? Turcoil. I never know how to pronounce his name.
Oh.
For some reason, I just think it's neat. And
yeah,
I,
like the lava turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute.
And wow, how many Pokemon is that?
I've got Cyndaquil, Corviknight, Ampharos, Turcoil.
Yeah, also Pidgey as well, but like...
Oh yeah, Pidgey!
Yeah, but like, I had another one. What's it again?
It's Pikachu!
I'm constantly swaying between, I want to get this down perfectly, like, in the style of Ken Sugimori, and being like, it's fine, I'm doing it my way. You know?
Yeah,
we are
it's
trying
about
to
the
emulate...
essence.
Yeah, it's fine if there's a little bit of our own style, like, still lingering in it. Okay, I'm gonna say something wild. I don't mind drawing hands. Like, they can be difficult at times, but I don't mind drawing them.
Honestly, when it comes to drawing, I don't really dislike drawing anything. I'm just like, when it works, I'm very happy about it. When it doesn't work, I'm just like, oh. You know? Okay.
Sorry.
Don't take this out of context, but when drawing feet, I'm just like, I don't do that often, so when I do, and I pop off, I'm just like, I love drawing feet.
I love feet.
Just because they turned out alright, I'm just like, I f***ing love this, because, like, they turned out alright.
It's fun to draw things when the thing works out.
I love it when drawing works out.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Smudge!
We are back with our finished sketches. We had to finish our sketches off camera because the camera decided it wanted to go take a nap, aka the battery ran out. So yeah, here we are with the finished things. We have also already finished our line work off camera because we had to use a light box for those. And those are pretty difficult to record, so...
Especially with our setup right now.
Yes, not much space for 2 light boxes, so we did that off camera. And here you can see some footage of me working on my line work. And yes, let's bring it in. So, reveal coming... Ta-da! Aren't they lovely? Alright, so up next we are going to color our line works. So, Federy, do tell us. What's in the box?
So, about, I think, 3 years ago, I got this watercolor set, the Kuretake Gansai Tumbi.
Kuretake Gansai Tumbi?
Yeah, something like that. And I barely used it, but I do have to say it's one of my favorites.
It looks
because
really
it's very pigmented.
They do look very pigmenty indeed. Honestly, it kind of looks like Jello, and my brain is like,
no!
you want to bite!
No!
Well, I've never ever tried these paints before. I have done watercolor before, but not too often. Like, maybe once every 1 or 2 years, I bust out the watercolors. So I'm actually really excited to try these out.
So I want to show what I think they mostly used to do the colors for these. I think it's a wet on wet technique because of the whiteout and the way it is
Like the gradients.
yeah,
it's
the gradient.
Not a sharp edge.
It's not
like
a sharp
it's
edge at all.
into...
It's bleeding. So I think what they did was just wet their paper. And let's see, pick a color.
Guess.
Okay, it's red.
This red.
That's not red, that's brown.
Oh, that red.
Because then it can bleed. And if you just do it directly, it's also nice, but it doesn't have the whole bleeding thing going on.
Yeah, especially here you can really see the bleeding, and also here. Like, I feel like Ken Sugimori, it kind of depends, because sometimes he just leaves like a white part for highlight, and other times I feel like he does do a base color first and then goes over it with
it's very important to work from light to dark. Also, when I look at the order of things, how they're done, because the thing is, when you have a wet canvas, you have to make sure it doesn't get to the parts that you don't want to get colored. So I would say that you would be like, okay, first the head, then the ears, and then the hair.
Yeah, just basically wet the part that you're going to work on instead of the whole canvas.
Yeah, so that's what I think is the order you should probably go for.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to go for the skin color first. I'm just looking at which colors I would have to mix for that. I think a Cambion Scarlet. Ooh, that's sticky.
Don't wet it too much, eh? Oh, well, wait, this is dirty water. You already dirtied that water now.
Oh, right!
I don't know if the microphone can pick it up, but they're busy building something or like destroying something.
Someone's being so annoying out there. On a freaking Tuesday of all days.
How dare they?
How dare they work on a Tuesday?
I gotta remind myself to layer it and not be like, oh, why is it not like dark enough yet? I'm just we gotta build it up. Relax.
That is the nice thing about paint. It's a bit more, or much more,
forgiving?
Yeah, forgiving. It's more flexible. Like with marker, it's you put it down and it's there.
You f***ed up.
And you can somewhat erase it with like a colorless marker or something, but generally it's like, no, that's it.
You have to stick with your decisions. And that's also quite with watercolor, but it depends on what's what stage you are with it.
Yeah, to be fair, something I do like about Copic is that, okay, it does need some time to dry up, but basically it dries within like, I don't know, like 10-20 seconds, and then you can already see what your final color is going to be, if you wouldn't add anything else. Whereas with paint, you have to wait a really long time, well, really long. You have to you have to wait quite a bit for the paint to really dry up, like at least like 2 or 3 minutes or something with watercolor until you can see what the actual result is. So you really need a lot more patience and going back and forth instead of being able to do one small area just in one go. So at the end of the day, I think I am more of a Copic kind of person, but I do have to say, whenever I really want to relax, I guess, with coloring, then I do enjoy doing some watercolor painting, because I like that it basically forces me to just slow down.
When you say Copic, do you mean specifically the brand, or do you just mean alcohol markers in general?
No, I mean the brand, but that's mostly because I have never really used any other alcohol markers. I have used twin markers, and they're fine. They work pretty well. I'm just mainly used to Copic marker. I got
like
influenced.
Everyone growing up drawing manga.
I got influenced as a teen.
I do want to try using Copics again. I never really was into it because they were expensive when I started it, and you would need quite a bit of colors. I don't know.
I mean, you can get quite far with a limited color palette.
Yeah, but my color palette was
ideal.
basically like all the fun colors, but none that would work together.
By the way, I think I did a pretty good job on this leg, but we'll have to wait and see until it dries. I also thought I did a good job on this leg. And now I really do not like it. Like, for some reason, the parts that I keep empty, it still ends up with color, with pigment in there. So now I'm getting none of the highlights that I've been trying to make. Like, oh my dress. I've got to tape the references. Like, I'm trying to get these kind of legs. Can we zoom in here? This is what I'm trying to make. You know, really keep the white parts, but I'm just, like, everything is a solid color now. So, that's not ideal. I must say, I am getting a little better at it now. I really need to just, like, wet it all in one go, put down the color, and then just leave it.
So you mean patience?
Who would have thought?
I do have to say that I get kind of zoned in when I do watercolor. With other things as well, but like with watercolor especially, I'm just like, okay, I gotta think, I gotta actively think. So I become a bit less talkative. But
That's
then again,
okay.
I'm not very talkative when drawing, which is kind of a problem regarding...
Let's start a YouTube channel where we draw and chat. Also us. I can't draw and chat at the same time.
I do think that for me also a barrier would be that English not being my first language, so I'll be like a bit too concerned on what I say, so that because everything I say doesn't come out as naturally because I'm still using the wrong water because of the language. Well, what was I saying? Like that. Well, no, that also happens in Dutch, but okay. One video be Dutch only.
Yeah, honestly, that would be kind of funny. Just doing a completely Dutch video, but then we do have to add English subtitles so no one gets left out, you know? Which sounds like a pain, so it would have to be a short video, I would say. But it would be kind of funny, honestly. Guys, let us know in the comments if you would be down for a completely Dutch video. Like, as in, complete Dutch voiceover, and we will add English subtitles. But it will be a shorter video in that case, because it takes a lot of work to add subtitles.
Yeah, because it's mostly just me.
Hey!
I think it's quite funny when I'm using the watercolor and I'll be like, oh no, that's gonna be too dark, and then it dries up and it's just like, oh, I'm fine.
Right? I'm having the same right now, where I feel like something is really dark and then it dries, it's like, oh,
Never mind.
never mind.
What kind of trainer would you be in the Pokemon universe, actually? Like, you have, like, the ones who are like, oh yes, I'm gonna be top of the world
very
with, like,
best.
Pokemon battles, but you also have, like, the breeders, you have the doctors, you can become a professor if you want, you just need the name of a tree.
Yeah. I would like to think that I would be good enough to be, like, an ace trainer, or... Well, because you're a gym leader. It would be a lot of responsibility, though. Not
What if
sure if
you
I'm up for
would
that.
be just like a Pokemon...
Ranger!
Yeah, Pokemon Ranger, you'll just be like...
Developing carpal tunnel at the young age of 29. That's not...
Aren't you like 10?
Yeah, in the games.
They aged them up, right?
I believe the Rangers were like a little older.
Yeah, but I also think like ever since Pokemon Crystal, they aged them up because honestly, Crystal looks older than 10.
She's 10?
I think so, but I
the
think, or we're just like, oh, Ash was 10 when he left the house, and now we're just all like, oh yeah, you have to be 10. But then I don't know if that's also in the game.
I think they're a little older in the game, like 12 or 14 or something.
Yeah.
Still ridiculously long age to leave the house and go travel, but good for them if that's possible, I guess. Federy, I completely forgot to ask the question back, but what kind of Pokemon trainer would you be?
I think I would be more of a breeder. I think that's the term. Just like Pokemon caretaker, because I'm in games. I'm also not like.
You don't like the fighting part.
I don't like the fighting part. I'm just like, okay, I gotta do it.
I guess.
I guess. But I think I am most interested in Pokemon just living with Pokemon, you know?
Basically what we currently do with our birds.
Yeah, basically.
With Pokemon instead.
And here are the finished pieces.
Woo!
And I think they look great, but they do not look like they're from the same game. Like,
No.
I think mine looks a bit more like the older stuff. And
Yeah, the
you're more
Johto
like
region.
after Diamond and Pearl or something.
Yeah, more
even.
like the Sinnoh region or something.
Which is still Pokemon, so hey.
Yeah, they're definitely different time periods, or different regions. But I think that's cute because I feel like these styles really fit Feathery and Tamachan. I really like the top, and honestly, I also really quite like the skirt. This is so specific, but I really like these few spots here that
They're great, actually.
where it gets
like,
a little bit of
holy wow.
light. I struggled a lot with like the wet on wet technique because I would either re-wet it while it was still drying, or I would add too much pigment. So that was honestly quite a bit of a struggle for me. But I feel like, especially also the boot. Honestly, actually the boot, this part,
You popped off.
that might be my favorite part. I really liked the technique once I got the hang of it. Sort of the hang of it. I really enjoyed it, and I would like to try doing watercolor this way again. I did struggle a bit with the hair as well, like getting the gradient in there. Still don't think it's the best, but it's quite nice. I had a little bit of bleeding and stuff happening, but all in all, this was pretty fun. And I rarely color a drawing in the same day, so I am proud of myself for doing that.
I am very pleased. I've been saying it constantly during the coloring progress, but I really like how Cyndaquil turned out.
Yes, baby.
This is the perfect highlight on its little head, and I'm very pleased with that. I do like the hair a lot. Like also the design, I'm very pleased with it. I do wish I had used different colors for the shirt because it's just like, okay, what color am I supposed to use? And I really like the trousers. Like the shorts are just, I like
cute.
they feel textured in the right way, and I'm very pleased with this drawing actually. So
You are?
yeah.
Good, you should be. It's really nice. Look at them. Yay. Tamachan's a little bit big, but also
It's a different generation.
I really like how you did the two colored eyes. I wish I had done something similar for Tamachan. Her eyes are kind of an odd color right now compared to the rest, but whatever, it's fine.
I think maybe it's because the blue is too dark for
yeah,
her
I
actual
maybe should
color.
have made it a little more purple, Oh well, that's for another time.
Thank you all for watching. This was a blast. I really enjoyed drawing in this style and figuring it out and coloring it and
Yeah, maybe we'll try again someday. I wouldn't say that. Like, I don't think if people saw these drawings, they would be like, wow, is that a Ken Sugimori drawing? No, I feel like they would be like, oh yeah, this person tried to copy the style, It's not a masterful copy yet, but I do think that for our first time trying, we did a pretty good job.
yeah, we did pretty good.
Yeah, and if you are looking for something fun to do, then I would suggest giving this a try as well. Draw yourself or any of your OCs or fan art of a character in the Ken Sugimori, the OG Pokemon style.
Or just Pokemon style or Pokemon trainer in general. It doesn't even have to be the style.
Yeah.
It's just fun to think about what kind of Pokemon there will be on the team and what kind of getup. Because
Yeah.
Pokemon trainers, in my opinion, they're often more sporty. But of course, you have other trainers that aren't sporty looking at all.
I think they look cool, Pokemon trainers.
Yeah.
Like, as a kid, I wished Pokemon was real and I could be a Pokemon trainer.
I still do.
Oh shit, I just noticed something. I forgot to color the hair tie. Well, we'll just make it black.
That was the end of the video, and thank you so much for watching. We've been rambling a lot, but now we're here to actually end the video. And,
if you want to hear more rambling, then please consider subscribing to the channel.
Also, if you want to see more art, actually, because
Yeah.
that's mostly what this channel is about.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys in a couple months again, hopefully, with our next video.
Bye-bye!
Bye!
Catch you later!
God dang it.